Hey ladies, I am here. I made it. I made it. I made it. Woo. Okay. Hopefully you can find me. I do have my laptop here just in case if I see some questions popping in. I know a lot of you were messaging me. But yeah, long story short, I fell asleep and yeah, had a problem. So I'm here. I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't gonna come on at all today, but I said I'm good. I got this, and apparently I didn't have it. I'm trying to straighten out. So I can. Let's see. I think this goes right into the group. Let me check. Let me check. Should come on because I'm part of the. If anybody comes on. Oh, there I am. Okay. A little freak out there for a second. All right. So I am here. Who's here? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. I am here. I'm late, but I'm here. And we are going to get this going. So please say hello as you jump on. Even on the replay, I want you to engage, and I don't want you to just I'm back again. What? The universe is not working well with me right now. But I'm thankful for all of you here, and I want to get this started off better than the day is gone. So everybody please say hi as you're jumping on, even on the replay too. I was just saying, I don't want you to just engage for the prize. I want you to engage because it's for you, okay? If you're engaging, it's a proven fact. If you're engaging, you're in it. And just as okay, I'm gonna try this spot. Now I'm holding my phone. Something is happening in my neighborhood. Hi, Danny. Something is happening in this area over here where the Wi-Fi is not working for like everyone, so it's not just me. From Sydney, hi. Where is everybody else tuning in from? I think this spot might work. Might have to stand here uncomfortably, but that's okay. I'm willing to do it. I'm in it, you guys. I'm in it. I'm in it. Where is everybody tuning in from? I am here in the lovely Staten Island, New York. And I am here to inspire you and delight you and set you free. Set you free from yourself, essentially. Set you free from the programming and everything that you know to be so true, these beliefs that we have that do not serve us. That is what we're going to go over today. So I want you to, as I was saying before, engage. Don't do it for the prizes, and don't even do it for me. Do it for you. If you're engaged in it, you're more likely to retain the information that you're taking in. And it's just a known fact, like, you get results when you take the action. So I want you to get the most out of this. That is my intention for you. Montana, I want you to get the most out of this. That is my intention for this. And my intention for you is that you get everything that you came here for. So that's the first thing I want you to do. Is I want you to put in the comments, I am getting what I came here for, because I want you to get it. I want you to get what you came here for, whatever it is, whether it be to release, whether it be to receive, whatever it is, I want you to get what you came here for. There were a lot of people that I did not allow into this group. So you guys I vibed with you, and that's why you're here. And this is what gets to happen when we're in alignment. When we are aligned with our vision and our truth, we speak with people, and we know that they're not our people, so we get to choose. And we get to choose when we have the option, not when we're clinging on and desperate and like, ooh, this could be a potential client, and that energy. That's the worst energy to be in. And boy, do I know it. So first I want to start with who I am and why you should give a shit, I guess. So obviously my name is Lisa Ruggiero, and yes, Leanne, she's getting what she came here for. So I am a mindset, manifestation, yes, Danny, and wealth consciousness coach for female entrepreneurs. I started off as just a mindset coach, and I knew law of attraction, but what I was applying just wasn't working. So I was applying the things, they weren't working. I would get really down on myself about it. So what happened was I started my journey with the mindset, okay? And I hired my first coach, an organic marketing coach. Now, this guy was like the bomb. You know, everything that I did from him for free was so good, and I was like, oh wow, like this must be really good, you know? I sign up for the program, and I see the guys in there. It was a lot of men. I see they're getting amazing results. Like, they were hitting ridiculous number months so quickly. And I started thinking, I'm like, you know, I don't really know that I'm aligned with this, because I saw how much they were working. These guys were putting in like 80-hour weeks. And I was one of, I think, 3 women in the program. So whatever, I gave it a shot. I did all of the things. All of the things. I listened to my coach. That's one thing. I am extremely coachable. And I invest a lot in myself. I do it for me. So I did all of the things. And one of them was a very specific type of like lead generation to attract clients to you. So long story short, I do this strategy and I get hundreds of comments on my lead generation thing. Now the strategy was to speak with them in Messenger. You let them come to you. And this is the thing about attraction marketing, okay? From my experience, from a lot of my friends' experiences as well, they're very masculine. We are not meant to be masculine. We are women. We are the feminine, the divine feminine. We are meant to receive. That's our natural state of being. So anyway, I don't want to get off track. So I do the strategy. I get hundreds of leads. I end up in Messenger with these leads, and I slowly start to realize that they didn't want anything. They didn't want to sign up with me as a coach. They just wanted shit for free. I booked calls. I booked dozens of calls, excited, and everything was a flunk. I felt so deflated. When I tell you that feeling, it feels like yesterday, because I had spent days upon days, hours upon hours in Messenger with these people, posting and doing all the things. And it was taking away my time with my daughter, whom I'm doing this for. So like, do you see how that's not in alignment? And every single time I would look over at my daughter staring at her iPad while I was in the DMs, I just would feel my heart sink into my stomach. And it was awful. It was painful. And I just kept saying, it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. And it wasn't. So after all of those leads, all of those sales calls, strategy sessions, all of the things, I did not get not one client, not one paying client. Deflated, angry, upset, confused. I felt all of the emotions. So that night, I put the phone down. I finally put the phone down. And I just cried. I cried my eyes out. And I snuggled my baby so tight. And I felt so many emotions. I felt so much gratitude for my baby. And the fact that I was given her little soul. She came to me, into my life. And that I wasn't even spending time with her. Gratitude for her, but yet brokenhearted and anger for what was going on. I cried myself to sleep that night. Like a baby. Like a baby. I think that was the first time I had slept like a full night in months. I was exhausted. I was beat down. And I was in complete surrender. Complete surrender. Like, you know, when you drop to your knees and you're just like, dear God, please help me, because nothing is working. Nothing is happening. And I feel it right now. It's so insane. So I slept great. I woke up that morning and I was just like, you know, there's gotta be a better way. And I knew deep down in my heart, like in my gut, I felt it. I felt that there was a better way. I felt like there was something that maybe people just weren't sharing, you know, like all of these secrets and stuff like that. I felt like there was something that was easier, that would work, that I just didn't know about. So I still picked up my phone that day and went into Facebook, went on Messenger, did my regular things, because it's addicting, you know? You put yourself into habits and it becomes a habit, and I didn't know what else to do with my time. I was addicted to being, like, looking for clients, looking for opportunities, looking for leads. So I wound up just going through the videos for you section, watch or whatever. Now, granted, that shows you things that you're watching. I was watching all marketing things. That is it, because I thought that that was the answer. And I get on my stream, a live stream of one of my now coaches talking about energetics and releasing resistance and why it's so important and how it works, and I became obsessed. I clicked on that video and I still was in that like addiction of being on social media, and like I couldn't get out of it. So I was still watching something better than what I had been. But yeah, I was definitely an addict, a legit Facebook junkie. So I was numbing myself out, but yet I had found something, because I had set the intention without even knowing it. I had set the intention that there was a better way, and the universe comes and brings me a better way. When I found her and I was watching her videos, I became obsessed. I wound up staying up all night after I put my daughter to bed, and I binge watched her videos. And I was like, this is just crazy. This is just insane. Like, it's impossible. But yet I had this deep knowing that it wasn't impossible. This deep knowing that there is something that she's doing that I don't know about, because I don't know everything. And I know that. I still don't know everything. We're always learning. If we're not, we're dying, right? So I watch her videos. I contact her because she talks about working with her. And it was just like this soul pull to reach out to her. And I reached out to her, and she tells me her information, and I was like, that's a lot of money, but I just had to do it. You know, like, you know when you get that soul pull? I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you don't know how or what or why, but you just do it anyway. You're like, I just have to do this. I don't know how I'm going to come up with the rest of the money, because I did a payment plan. At that time, I was making $400 a month from my one client. I'm sorry, I'm not even in like my office space. I moved around to try and find a spot. Something's going on in this area. Is it that bad? Just like give me, you know, hearts or a thumbs up if it's okay. If it's that bad, I'll start over again. Like I'll restart the video. Jerky freezy. How bad? I know there's a delay. I could try to move into another room. Anybody? How bad is it? Okay, all right, just let me know, please, because I could always just, you know, shut it off and come back if anything. So, yes, I made the investment, and I started working with her immediately, and I had started learning all about exactly what I do now. I mean, you know, obviously I do it in my own way, but yeah, I started learning about the processes, and thanks, Danny. The processes and how to shift your energy and the way that it's stored in the body in different ways. Thank you, Leanne. Okay. So I started learning all of this stuff. No, I did not. I'm more than happy to talk about all my coaches. I now work with Katrina Ruth. I've learned a lot from her as well. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but you know, that was like once I grew, because it's you know, she was like literally over $100,000 a year to work with, and she's all manifestation. So I basically took, you know, the two manifestation coaches together and took one from one and like one from the other, left what I didn't like, took my own mindset and things like that, you know, and I made my own combination of amazing things, because I realized while I was working with her, so this is what happened. I started working with her, and I did actually sign my first high ticket client. So it was incredible. We were literally working together not even a week, not even 3 days. It was a matter of around 36 hours. I signed my first high ticket client, not only like just high ticket, pay in full at $3,333. Then 24 hours later, I did it again. So that was my first like 5K a week, because the second one didn't pay in full. But what happened was, now after that, I had said, okay, I'm going to do it again. Like, I see that I could do this now. I can create. Holy shit, I could actually do this. I can create. And it didn't happen, because I still had so many beliefs still stuck inside of me. Because from the age of 0 to 7, we're literally in a state of hypnosis, 100% hypnosis. From 7, 8 to like puberty-ish, 15, we're in that second stage of hypnosis, that like beta stage. Alpha, theta, beta, the one right below hypnosis. So we're still being programmed. Who are we being programmed by? We're being programmed by our loved ones, the ones that want the best for us but just don't know any better, because they're doing the best that they did the best that they could with the knowledge and wisdom given to them. So we took on their beliefs. So if you grew up and you heard your parents complaining about money is hard, and you know, we can't do this because we don't have the money, or whatever it is, we hear it all, we take it in, and those become our beliefs. You have to work really hard. I have a very, my family's from Italy, and it's like, you know, we came here on the boat, you know, and you have to work really, really hard to get anywhere. And if you have that belief that you have to work really, really hard, guess what? You're gonna have to work really, really hard to get anywhere, because it's your belief. Whatever you believe, that's exactly what's going to be reflected back to you. Because what happens is, we have a thought, okay? We have a thought, and that thought creates a vibration, which then gets sent out into the universe and then is reflected right back to us. Hi, Paula! So it gets reflected right back to us. Everything is energy, everything is vibration, and this is just the way that it works. Now, how many of you know about this? I'm curious. How many of you really know about this? How many of you have tried and maybe manifested something kind of cool, but then couldn't do it again? I'd love to hear. You guys, on the replay, I want you to also, sorry guys, I'm not in my office, so my daughter is just, I'm in the living room right now because this is where I have service. Lots of money beliefs. Like, the rich are snobs and there's never enough money. Working through all that. Yeah, that's a big one. That and life is a struggle. Yeah, if you think life is a struggle, it's going to be a struggle. I had to work so hard on this stuff. So I couldn't do it again. And another belief that I had was, because I had been carrying so much guilt around my daughter and, working. I'm a single mom, for those of you that don't know. My daughter just turned 3. So, being a single mom, I'm responsible for everything. I'm responsible for everything. Okay, see you later. Come back. Yeah, the replays will be here. So, I was still carrying that guilt of, okay, if I have too many clients, then I'll be working too much. Therefore, I'm a bad mother. Now, I may not have thought it that way, but when broken down and doing the work on myself, I realized that was what my limiting beliefs were that were holding me back. So I had a lot of stuff. I'm also an empath. Where are my empaths? Show yourself. Show yourself, empaths. We can make it very difficult to manifest because it's easy for us to go into that victim mentality. It's easy for us, we feel the energy of others. There's just so much going on that it can be harder for us to manifest. So I had that going on as well. There was just a lot. And now looking back, I wouldn't change anything. This is part of my story. I know things that, the people that helped get me here don't know. They couldn't help me with these things because they just couldn't help me. You don't know what you don't know. So I was able to dissect. I'm the type of person that I literally, when I find something interesting, I go full dive in head first, and I need to know everything. Especially stuff like this, I needed to know it all because I didn't get it. So I wanted to get it. I couldn't embody it if I didn't get it, and if I don't embody it, then I can't sell it because we can't sell results that we don't have. It'll just never happen. It's not in alignment. So, yeah, Danny. So, now I forgot what I was saying. Got a little crazy about the embodiment piece. So, that's the thing, is that it's part of my story, and that was obviously what my soul needed to happen for me to get to where I am right now. So that's another thing, is acceptance. Accepting where you are at the moment right now, no matter where you are, accepting it is so important. If we don't accept where we are, we'll never get to the next step. So I know that it was part of my journey, and it was what was needed for me to have that certainty. Because, yes, we're working with energy here, but humans buy certainty. That's what humans buy, certainty. If you see certainty in me, you're going to be more apt to purchase from me, because you're like, wow, this girl really knows what she's talking about. She's confident. It comes off as confidence in some way, but it's certainty. I'm certain because I know that I've done everything to try to manifest, and I've seen what's worked. I've seen what hasn't. I've seen it with my clients. For instance, my amazing client can't embody it if you don't feel it. Exactly. You got to go through you got to experience it. My amazing client, Elaine, she came to me. Now she does Reiki, energy healing, and she knows a lot about energy, right? That's her specialty. However, she was struggling. She was struggling so much that she had just went into complete, like, paralyzation. And she just stopped putting herself out there because she was so afraid of being, like, rejected yet again. So she stopped putting herself out there. We did some work, just a couple of sessions, and she had a lot to clear. You know, she didn't know how to shift it in this conscious way. She knew how to shift it by moving it. She didn't know how to shift it in a conscious way. Within two sessions, she made one post, and she got 12 high-ticket one-on-one clients and 36 hot leads, okay, from one post. Tell me that it's strategy. Tell me that it's not your energy. Tell me that it's strategy, okay? This is how it works. I did all of the strategy. I did it right, and I got nothing. I shifted my energy, and it worked. So now I started working on myself more after those 2 clients. I released things that needed to be released, and then I went on to make my first 10K week. So this is how it works. And when we don't release, there's no space. There's no space for the abundance. There's no, you know, they say create space. Well, yes, create physical space in a sense of make the space for it, make the time. If you're worried that you don't have time for clients, so to say, take an hour a day and set the intention for that hour to be for one new client to come into your experience. So if we don't release the things that do not serve us, the things that were programmed into us, the things that did serve us at one time, they did serve us at one time because we were hurt. We were hurt by people that we love. And it's awful, and it stays with us. And what happens is we carry that into the now. We carry it in ways such as, I call it the leaky bucket. It's like carrying around a leaky bucket with you. So it's things from your past, you carry the bucket into the future, and it's leaking into the now. So, you know, also looking around now where you are, your physical reality, it's just a reflection of your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, your energies, your emotions. So when we release, we make space, and releasing that hurt, pain, we need to be able to receive. So when we're hurt, when we're hurt by people that we love, we form this shell around our hearts, which therefore stops us from being able to receive. Now, we all need to be able to receive if we want money for our services, right? So, what we have to do is release it and be grateful for it because it did serve you at one time. That time that, you know, your dad made you cry. That time that, you know, for me, it was a huge one. Something that was so big. And it literally took one day to clear, like, a lot of work. But one day, I could have spread it out. When my dad got married when I was 7 years old. And I cried at his wedding. And people looked at me and said, Lisa, why are you crying? And I said, because I'm so happy for them. Yeah, okay. What 7-year-old girl cries because they're happy that their dad is getting married and starting a new family? No. I was hurt deeply, and it made me feel scared and unwanted and unloved, and like I was losing my dad. So I had to go back Now, at that time, I cried, I hurt, I held it in, I put on my poker face, and that's when the shell began to form. Now, I'm grateful for that shell because it protected me. It protected me in many ways from being hurt again in some ways, but now it no longer serves me. Now I want to be open. And that's one of my affirmations, is that I am open. I'm open to receive. And being open to receive means releasing that shell that we have created that protected us at one time. So I hope this is making sense. I don't have my notes because today is just like craziness apparently. I'm hoping tomorrow is better and I could set this up like a normal human being, normal coach workshopping kind of thing. Not that I do anything normal anyway. So we want to release to make room to receive. Once we do that, then we have space as well. We release, and it's a constant thing, you guys. It's a constant thing. However, thank you, Paula. The work is never over either. So it's not like you do it one time. This is key too. The only thing that changes my income is me, my energy. When I stop doing the work, I do it every day. And it's not long, you guys. It's like 20 minutes every morning, you know? You could do extra. Journaling is a great exercise, and we're going to do some journaling today. So I hope you guys have a pen and paper because I'm going to take you through something and give you some action steps to do some releasing so that we can then go into receiving tomorrow and the following day. And then the fourth day is going to be a bonus surprise activation. And, oh yeah, okay. I'm going to be gifting 2 of you amazing souls a vibrational alignment session. It goes for 60 minutes. This session is responsible for wild. Sammy, stop it. Sorry. Come here. I just like 2 weeks ago, I had a session with somebody, and within a week, she had created her first or second client, but like things weren't moving, and she absolutely knows that she manifested it. One of these sessions, over $3,000. 2 of them were 2 people in particular I could think of, over $3,000. Some expected, some unexpected. That's another thing. Affirmations. I receive money daily, and I receive it in expected and unexpected ways because we receive money through our clients from the universe. We don't receive it from them. So it doesn't matter if it comes from them. As long as we're doing our purpose work and putting our message out there, the money will come in one way or another. And oftentimes it is in very unexpected ways. So, yeah, this session is responsible for some pretty wild results. So I'm really, really, really excited to gift these to 2 of you. What I'm going to do is Facebook gives you the information, like, you know, your top contributors in groups. So I'm just going to do it that way. That way it's totally fair. Like, I'm not picking anybody. So, yeah, there'll be 2 of those going out. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I didn't do the beginning housekeeping because I had no internet connection. This is just a mess, you guys. But we're all good. We're all good. Everything is always working out for us. Always. 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 Even when it feels like it's not. So, I think that about covers. Do you have any questions before I go into the exercise part? Let me know. I know there's a delay. What we're going to do today is it's going to have to do with journaling. So just, a pen and paper, preferably if you're writing it out, because when we're writing, it's just it's different than typing it. Unless if you prefer to type, like whatever you prefer. I prefer to physically write it out. And like I write so fast like a maniac, I can't even understand it. But yeah, once you start writing, like the stuff starts bubbling up that you probably didn't even know was there. And you'll be like, whoa. And it just like it's letting it out. So just, yeah, pen and paper. It doesn't have, we call it journaling, but like if you're not journaling right now, like it's not like Dear Diary. It's just putting the pen to the paper and releasing the emotions. So what I want you to do today is I want you to go back to a time in your life as a child and think of a time where you were deeply hurt by somebody that you love. Like the first time that somebody maybe just didn't really, like with my situation with my dad, where it was like nobody took me aside and said like, hey sweetheart, what's really going on? Are you okay? Times like that, something that has begun to create this shell, because we want to get to that first incident. I mean, chances are it happens way before, but I do timeline therapy with my clients for that, to get to the root cause and then take that out. But I could never do that in this type of setting. So I want you to think of a time, and you could meditate on this. You could also just put the pen to the paper and start writing, I have no idea. This is kind of ridiculous. I'm just writing to write. I don't know what made me feel upset. I don't know what created this shell. And then before you know it, something's going to come up. Your mind is going to offer up exactly what you need, especially if you set the intention for it to do so. So you could sit down with the pen and paper and say, my intention for journaling right now is to release the first I'm so sorry. I promise I'll be set up better tomorrow if I have to call Verizon myself. Yes, it is. Sammy. It is. So I feel like I'm waiting for him to speak first so that I could speak. If you guys could see me right now, like I'm literally sitting on I was literally sitting on the floor in like the middle of my daughter's playroom, and there's a window there because this is the only place I could find service. And that's why he's barking out the front window. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is awful. I was planning on putting this video in a new lead magnet, but I guess that's not happening.
Yeah, Mom is
Okay. So, set the intention to sit down, set the intention when you're journaling. I'm setting the intention that this is going to release the beginning of the shell that was formed when I was first hurt. I want to get to the root cause. And when you set the intention, that's like giving your subconscious mind like a prompt. So it's like, okay, this is what we're looking for. The subconscious mind is like a loyal child. It just wants to serve you, literally. It's quite incredible. So then start writing out whatever it is that you feel, how you felt, and how you feel that it served you, and now how it's no longer serving you. So you can make 2 columns. Okay, I'm gonna write this into the group for you as well, so you could always come back to that. But you're gonna journal it out and then write out the 2 columns of how this has served you, and then how it's no longer serving you, because it has served you. And you actually want to give gratitude to it for when it did serve you. You want to give gratitude, and you say, thank you for keeping me safe and protecting me, but I no longer need you in my life, and I release you. Thank you, it is done. And then what you can either do is you can burn that paper, or you could rip it up into pieces, whatever you choose. You could keep it. I mean, I prefer, when I'm doing some deep releasing like this, I prefer to either rip it up or burn it. I burn it, but that's up to you. I know that's like not a great safety thing, but you could burn it outside. It's raining here, so, you know. After that, what I want you to do is, because it's also stored in your body, okay? Now, this is the thing, and this is huge. Do not forget this part, okay? So you're journaling all this stuff out, you thank it, you release it, and before burning it or cutting it up, I want you to release it from your body. Now, how you're going to do this, I'm going to have to show you. Hang on. I had to come in. Let's see. Hopefully, let's see if I can do this. I'm so professional, you guys. So professional. All right, let's see if I can do this. Okay. I gotta show you. It's very interesting because this actually, what I'll usually do is I will either do tapping. I love tapping. Anybody here do tapping? If you do tapping, you could do that. There's also another way where you can take a big fat magnet. I like to do a combination of all. I'm very serious about my releasing work, and I feel like that's a big part of why my manifestations are so strong. So I want you to do whatever you feel called to do. If you know how to tap, I highly, highly suggest tapping, but I also highly suggest this. So this is not going to be easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to be standing up. You're going to be standing up, and you're going to take your fists like this and put them on your back here, and you're going to let your body hang back and your head, and then you're going to like stick your tongue out, okay? And it's going to be like, it's very, very strange and awkward, and I can't believe I'm doing this. And you're just going to continue doing that. You're going to let your head hang as far back as you physically could. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Also, make sure like nobody is around when you're doing it, because they might think you've lost your shit. So you're going to let your head hang back, because what happens is our throat, you may feel the urge to cough. You may feel the urge, you may get like very strange feelings in your throat. as women especially, okay? As women especially, we have been shut up and shut down for generations and generations and generations. Oh, this is so much better. I have my hands now. We have been shut up and shut down. And when we did open our mouths as medicine women, who were then witches, which is what we were called, okay? Like me, I would have been considered a witch. I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch, okay? This is medicine. We all have medicine within us, and this is what we're offering to the world. Now, we don't use our voices. We're afraid to put ourselves out there. We're afraid to put ourselves out there because we have generations, that stuff sitting on us, that when we opened our mouths, we were burned. We were hung. So it's not safe. It's not safe. Okay. So it is very difficult for us to use our voices. It is just something that is within us because of the generations. If you think that that's not in you, think again. You know, sleep on it, really think on it. This is something that takes some people some time to really, but it's a witch wound. We all have the medicine within us, and that's what we're here to do. Being a coach, serving others, helping them with their transformations, we are the medicine. You are the medicine. People need to hear you. So when you do that breathing, you're going to be opening up your throat. And you're going to find that you'll be able to express yourself better after. So do this. I mean, I highly suggest doing it consecutively for days. Now, after that, after you do that breathing and you let it out and you open up your throat, you'll see immediately that you want to express yourself. Then you're going to shake it all out. So you're going to stand up and you're going to literally, like when you think about a dog when they're wet and they do that shake, right? Like that. But you don't want it to be the same consecutive like shakes. You want to just continue moving in different ways. So like, you know, like stumping your feet back and forth as you're moving your arms and your hands, but all in different motions. Your head, you may find that you want to yell, and the yelling and all of these things taps into your superconscious. You guys, what I'm giving you here is fucking gold. Taps into your superconscious, and this is how you tap into your goddess, your hero, okay? I'm not going to get into all of that, but what I'm giving you here is fucking gold, okay? Now, I told you I was giving you stuff that I've never shared publicly before. Taps into your superconscious. Not only does it give you more confidence and make you express yourself more, but you're tapping into a part of your mind that's beyond the subconscious, beyond the unconscious. It's your truth. It's your soul, your intuition, your superconscious. It was here before any of it. So the shaking and yelling, letting it all out, because this is how we recode. We release and then we recode. That's today. Releasing and recoding. Tomorrow is like an activation, okay? Releasing and recoding is today. And this stuff is, if you do this every day, especially, oh my goodness, the results that you will see from just adding this alone to your routine. If you don't have a morning routine already, you know, like beginning one and doing this is just so powerful. Journaling, releasing all of the things. It's a brain dump. It's a detox of the mind. And this is how we get into alignment, you guys. And I'm sure you hear so many coaches talking about alignment. I know everybody's talking about it, but nobody's really telling you how. This is where we start. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not pretty. But you want to be successful? You want to be a client magnet? Don't just take the information in. Don't just listen to my words and my dog barking and my kid running around. Take action. Okay? Do this. Do this. Let it work for you. Let it be easy. Know that when you're doing this, you're this much closer to connecting with your truth. When we connect with our truth, that's when we become unstoppable. When we're able to let our voices out and express ourselves and shine our fucking light. Shine it so bright that we're activating all of the women in the world who need our work to come to us. This is how we manifest. This is how we become client magnets. We align ourselves. We align our energy. And then we set a fire. Because when you're in alignment, you feel so much joy. You feel joy, love, gratitude. I'm going to get into more of this tomorrow. But when you're in alignment and you feel those feelings, you set a fire in your belly. And when you have that fire, you let that fire be what attracts all of your soul aligned clients to you. Let it be a beacon of light for them to come to. Let your inner siren call out to them. But you have to release, work on expressing, being your true self, tapping into your truth. Okay? Who's gonna do this? Anybody watching the replays, I want you guys in here commenting as well. Who's gonna do this today? And it's good to release at night and then align in the mornings. We're gonna go into the alignment on Friday. I mean, all of this is doing like alignment work, but the actual like releasing the resistance. Right now we're releasing the hurt, the pain, the guilt, all of those feelings so that we can open up to receive. If you really want to pump it up a notch too, write it out with your left hand when you're thinking of the things that you want as a child. Write another letter to your inner child, and like, dear Danny, and think of all of the things that you would have wanted an adult to say to you in that moment. So mine was, Lisa, honey, what's the matter? It's okay. Your daddy still loves you. He loves you more than anything. Of course things are going to change a little bit, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. He's still going to spend time with you. Your family's going to grow. You're going to have more people to love. And like an adult explaining it to me, holding space for me. What would you have wanted her to hear from an adult as a child? So you begin to reparent yourself. And that when you write a letter with your left hand, if you're righty, you write a letter with your left hand, that taps into your inner child and it activates it even faster. So it makes that, so then do the opposite. It makes it click even faster, and you'll feel that shift and you begin to heal that inner child. And even doing just checking in daily. What does my inner child need? My days are filled with, what does my inner child need? An ice cream. She wants the color, you know? And then it's like, okay. And then sometimes throughout the day later, it's like, what does my soul need? You know, there's so many parts of us that we ignore. We only pay attention to the human part of us. But there's so much more. And that's the one thing that I wanted to get across to you in this video today. So if you do this, let me know. I'm going to post a thread telling you again, just so you don't forget, what the assignment is. And if you did it, let me know in those comments of the homework thread, and share as much as you feel called to. I know this is very personal. And if you need help with the breathing and the moving around and shaking part, you know, it's like the shaking is just letting that energy, it's just letting it go. And like, that's how animals actually do it. They get into a fight with another animal, and before they go back, they like shake it all off, because they know that they can't hold on to that energy. Animals are smarter than us, apparently. So, we just went to the wrong school of life. That's what I say. And now, like, I'm teaching my daughter these things to have the abundance mindset, to claim parking spaces when we go places, you know? It changes everything. So we need to reprogram, unlearn, reactivate, recode, and then we magnetize. So if you want it to be easy, and you want to let your inner siren call out all of your clients, all of the people that you know would benefit so greatly from your work, this is the work to do. Because this work is more powerful than Facebook ads. I'm not just talking about today's work, I'm talking about the whole thing. And even what I'm going to be giving you over these next few days is just this much of it, because I mean, you know, obviously it's a lot more. But it's your energy is stronger than doing Facebook ads. There's very little action that needs to be taken when we do this work. When you focus more on the strategy, I actually got caught up in that for this. I got caught up in the strategy parts of like promoting myself. And I had to like say, like pull it back and say, whoa, Lisa, what are you doing? Like, I know better, but I still have to pull myself back. Because once I get like into that strategy mode, that's it. I'm done. The whole thing would, like, whatever my intention is, would just flop if I'm focused on the strategy and the outcome and worrying and, you know, all of the things that we're taught to do by coaches for the most part. So I'm so excited to hear how this goes for you. This is going to be huge. You're going to let go of so much. And, you know, today you're focusing on one piece, but you could focus on another piece tomorrow and another piece the next day. And just continue releasing and releasing and releasing. You know, the work never ends. It never ends. And then if whoever wins those calls with me, we'll be doing some timeline therapy, and you get to release it one time like that in a matter of 10 minutes. So, I'm super excited. I will see you guys tomorrow on time. And I will check back. Everybody on the replay, and you guys here, you could come back, leave comments, questions, whatever you need, and I will come back and check in the comments later. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.